Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. It's a huge weekend of racing action, of course the Everest, Caulfield Guineas Day. And fellas, good to see the winning run continuing. Great time of year and Preach did a great job last weekend to go back to back.
Yeah, we had to wait quite a while for that to get our winner for the day.
Yes.
Like, kicked off here with in race one with
Spirit of Mac and Wahine.
Spirit of Mac and Wahine. Wahine done a U-turn, wasn't very happy out there, and she got pulled out of the race basically. But Spirit of Mac was really good. He raced well, and then we were sort of all around the money all day.
Yeah,
to be
some
fair.
good runs, but then Preach brought it home strongly.
Preach brought it home, thank God.
3 town runners were good. Clovis Prince was solid, sat outside the lead doing a bit wrong in a soft tempo for a 1,000 metre race. Storm the Fortress, as Dad said, he probably needed the run. With a little bit of lucky, Nelly wins.
Yeah.
And Preach was great again.
We got plans for Preach next start.
We're going to stretch him to a mile, I think. 3 weeks between runs, I think it is. So sort of fits okay. Doesn't need racing week in, week out. With his wind, I think it's at Doomben this one. So 3 weeks and should suit him around Doomben.
Also had some good trial performers during the week. Obviously the Bow Desert trials on Tuesday, and you mentioned Wahine Galaxy went back to the trials off the back of the run and performed well there.
Well, she had to trial again because she was barred from Saturday, so she won a trial. I think it was quite slow time, it didn't really matter, but I can't work out what happened on Saturday. She just was slow to begin and then got outside horses and run away from them, and on Tuesday at the trials, she just was last, flicked up inside them, and one never hung at all. So, look, bit of a head scratcher that one for us, but she's passed now. She can go back to the races pretty quickly, and she'll do that. She trialled nicely, won a trial. Another trial that was Precise Miss was really good. First time we put blinkers on her on Tuesday and let her run. We've been sort of choking her a little bit to sort of get her back in behind them and see if she can finish off, but that hasn't been working, so we just let her run on Tuesday and she won a trial as she liked. That was good.
Excella was good too.
She's good, she's a sharp baby and was very professional, so nice horse.
Nice horse. Burning Bell was prominent also.
Well, yes, that's her first trial back for a long time.
She had like 18 months off.
Yeah, she's had a long time off, so we just rode her out the back and she clicked up nicely in the straight. We know she can gallop. It's more about fitness for her, and she'll take another trial before she's right to go to the races. So
okay.
Yeah.
And then Saki Majul was also pretty good.
Yeah, he's sort of going to find a maiden over a very short course and hopefully get the job done in the coming weeks. But he's been in work a long time. He's just taking an age to look right and come right within himself. So we haven't been too rushed with him. Pretty patient and hopefully get a result in the coming weeks.
Okay, well, a couple of runners to follow from the trials there. Let's get into this weekend's preview. A bit of a quieter weekend on the runners' front. They were coming left, right and centre last week, but just the 2 runners stepping out on the home track.
Yep.
Stern Magic makes his return from a spell. Great debut prep last time in, 2 wins from 3 starts, and has been prominent in his trials.
Yeah, trialled poorly at Bow Desert, and we brought him back to the poly here and put blinkers on him, and he trialled beautifully. He's sort of that was a pretty good trial, that one actually. We had parachuter's trial. She trialled like a bomb, and he trialled nicely just behind her, nice and quietly. He's drawn a little sticky in 6 maybe, I think it is. So just need to ride him patient, and he finds the line strong. So Jasper Franklin claims 3. So he gets a bit of weight relief, and I think whatever beats him will be winning.
Jasper, newcomer to the Gold Coast racing scene and based here, and he's been riding a bit of work for you?
He does, yeah. He does a couple of us in the mornings, early in the mornings. He's apprentice to Peter Roble, so he's a good kid.
Okay.
Be better if he wins on this tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's right. He'll go up a couple of pegs there. Trent, the other runner, Reef Race, first starter here, and 4-year-old chestnut mare by Sebring. What are we expecting? The trials look pretty good.
Trials were okay. Probably hard to get a bit of a guide on. We just held on to her and didn't really let go of her head, but Michael was happy with her on the occasion that she trialled here last week. Just thought it was a fast run trial, so he didn't do a great deal on her. She's drawn beautiful to take every advantage. We've taken a long time with her. She's been really patient. She's had a couple of issues, hence the patience. put a leg through a box door through the mesh and ripped her hind leg to pieces, so we had to fix that up. That took months. Then had a foot that took months. So she's been a work in progress, hasn't she?
Yeah. Now she's right.
She's perfect now, so all good to go, and hopefully we can make a winning debut. We've all waited a long time.
Yeah, patience pays off.
It's been a Sebring filly too was slow to mature, so all this sort of coincided with her us having to wait that long anyway, so it wasn't such a bad thing.
Might have been a blessing in disguise.
Would have liked to have got her going as a 3-year-old, but wasn't to be, unfortunately.
Okay, well, exciting day for Connections
Yes.
to see Reef Ray step out
Yes.
for the first time. All right, well, they're the two runners. Before we get into best bets, obviously it's the Everest, bit of a local link. The wonder kid, Zack Lloyd, your former apprentice who started here on the Gold Coast. Good to see him. Well, he's come a long way, hasn't he, since you legged him up for the first time a few years ago?
Yeah, at Dolby.
Yes.
He won on one and he fell off one.
I remember the day.
Satine and
First day.
Paliki, yeah. Race 1 and race 8.
Yeah, so that was a bit exciting. And then we took him all the way to, I think his next ride for us was possibly King Capper at Grafton. He was a first starter too, by the way, and I think I said to Jeff, I said, I might put him on that. I said, it should win. This is a pretty good horse. And he goes, Jeff was sort of, I don't know whether you should. He's not quite ready for it. Or, no, you'll be right, So, and he nearly fell off it that day too.
After the line.
Yeah, after the line.
Which can happen at Grafton.
He was trying to be a bit of a lair, and he patted it down the neck, and it ran sideways. Nearly dropped him.
The king got him.
Yeah. Nearly, but anyway.
But yeah, he's certainly come a long way, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that horse then ran fourth in a Group 2.
Group 2, the next start, Glenn Boss rode him for Champagne behind Prince of Boom.
And then they took it off us. Your crew.
Anyway, it's water under the bridge now. Let's talk about Zack. Yeah, great to see him doing well. Obviously, there's still a bit of connection there. Jaden was even chatting to you about him this morning.
Jaden was. He was getting the weights wrong for the Everest field.
Yeah.
as we just spoke about off air. But anyway, good on you, Jay.
Jay rode a bit of work this morning.
Yeah. No,
good to have him back.
But it's good to see Zack. Like, he's going great guns down there, and he was always probably destined to end up down there anyway, whether he stayed with us for a while or not. It's probably too small a world up here for him, and he was always going to make his mark down there. So he took an opportunity, and he's certainly grabbed it with both hands. And you'd nearly have to think that if he stays out of the steward's room for majority of the year, he's light. He ride 12 months of the year, and he could nearly win the premiership down there, to be fair. He just needs to stop being a naughty boy and trying, I'm not saying trying so hard, but just stop incurring the wrath of the stewards, and he'd be nearly winning the premiership, you'd have to think. But he'll give that horse every chance tomorrow. Soft barrier, lightweight, and he's such a sort of unflappable boy. He doesn't let a big occasion phase him like that time with a good horse. I know it was only Grafton, but he'd ridden a handful of meetings, and it was one of our better babies at the time. He went there, got the job done, and he's calm, cool, and got a great demeanour, so the big occasion won't phase him one bit.
Confidence is not his issue, is it? So good luck to Zack and the Lloyd crew who are down there watching. And speaking of the Everest, have we got a tip for the big one?
Yep.
I'm going to tip Cylinder.
You're going to tip Cylinder?
Yes.
Okay.
Cylinder, 1400 back to 12, soft barrier, blinkers on, 53 kilos, perfect. Cylinder from Private Eye, there you go.
Cornella.
Yep.
Okay, and are we going each way for the tally's point of view?
We'll go each way Cylinder, but I'm
each way
confident.
Cylinder.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
I'll go. I wish I win.
Yep. Sticking.
Yeah, I'll stick with him to beat Private Eye. I think Shinzo can bounce back. He had a foot the other day, and he did win a slipper, so he's a quality horse. And Waller, as you mentioned about the Caulfield Guineas, just off air, he wouldn't be running if it wasn't right, I wouldn't think. So I'm going to Shinzo for the trifecta.
Okay, and while we're there, Caulfield Guineas, you mentioned that. Have we got a tip there?
Stapati.
Yep. Keep the unbeaten run.
Paul Prushka, good luck, mate.
I'm sticking fat.
You knock the big boys off.
Militarised, even though it's drawn barrier 12, it'll be similar to the Autumn Sun.
True.
Ridden comfortable, out of trouble, whiz down the middle and get them done.
Okay, well, hopefully you can add to the tally. What about on the home front? Are we, of the two runners, are we going to give a push for either of those? Or
I'm a long way behind now, I think.
Both good
You are.
chances.
You're minus 78, Trent.
Both
12,
good. Both good chances in either race. Stern Magic with blinkers on's got a bit of class. What do you
Go
reckon?
all up both of them.
Yep.
All up.
Good idea.
Another all up.
Can both win.
Yep. Very good. And you're going a Stern Magic. Okay, well that pretty much wraps us up. Great to hear that the blower's finished now,
Yeah,
just when we're
just
wrapping
waited till
up.
we were wrapping
So,
up. Yeah, well done, mate.
Great timing from all concerned, and great time of year to be alive. Spring Carnival in full swing. So enjoy the weekend, everyone, and good luck.
What about the trackie? How are we travelling here? Might be on it shortly, eh?
Well, it's going pretty well, isn't it? If you can see in the background, it's
Yeah.
Got a nice little clip.
It's got a
clip
good head.
from the
Starting
mower
to
yesterday.
put the inside rail up.
It's a double zero.
Yeah.
I believe we might be galloping on it. Sort of not next week, the week later.
I think there is word of some gallops, and
Yeah.
I guess it'll all go from there. But yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks we're back racing on the grass.
Oh, yep, that'd be great. But you know,
December 9th, I think Steve Lyon said on the radio
Did he?
earlier in the week.
that's interesting. Have to make sure we've got some nice runners for that day.
Yes, get
December
the cavalry out.
Yeah,
Yep.
big boys.
All right. Well, good luck and have a great weekend, everyone.